Greetings and salutations, Mega Wizard 79 here with another episode of Touhou's Scarlet Curiosity. So, in our last episode, we basically finally found Sayuka, and she was in a secret chamber underneath Scarlet Devil Manor. Go figure, right? But yeah. So, basically now our primary objective is to go to Corindo and basically see if we can find an item to help us deal with the sun. Because she can't seem to use any... shit, what do you call it? Oh well, but in any event, yeah. So, a fun little fact about this place, basically, as you can see, there's just a hosh-posh of just different items from basically different periods of time, to be honest. You basically have classical as well as contemporary stuff, from like TVs all the way to Japanese swords. That is because this place, basically, this is where his inventory is basically entirely made up of stuff from both Gensokyo and the outside world. Case in point, how he has computers and stuff here. And the reason he's able to... I mean, it's not entirely sure how the stuff necessarily gets here, but but basically he knows exactly what all this stuff is and how it works. I'm not sure how he powers most of this stuff, since, like, that old computer right there would require an outlet, and, well, there's no electric company here or anything like that, so, yeah, your guess is as good as mine. But, anyway, let's, talk to our half-human, half-yokai friend here and see what he got. Oh my, an actual customer. What can I do for you today? Is there something in particular you're looking for? Do you have anything that can blot out the light of the sun? That's a pretty tall order, don't you think? Can't you just use an umbrella? Well, I could, but trying to simultaneously fight and block the sun with an umbrella seems like a real pain. The monster I'm hunting down seems like something I'd want 2 hands free for. Just so you know, this is hands down the most ridiculous request anyone has come to me with, but this is your lucky day. I just so happened to get something rather interesting in earlier today. Wait a minute. Here you go. What is this small tube? This marvel in a can is called Super Light Shield Spray. Just apply a nice even coat to your body and it fully blocks sunlight. The Kappa made it while trying to reproduce spray-on sunscreen. This batch came out a little too strong, though. Apparently if normal humans used it, they'd freeze and die of hypothermia. There's no way I could sell something like this in the village's bazaar, so I ended up bringing it here. To be fair, this guy basically sells almost nothing of his inventory. He's kind of, he can't part with his stuff. He's kind of a pack rat, if you will. That, and, well, some of the stuff here just basically would be of no use to anybody. But I guess for someone like yourself, it's all benefits and no drawbacks, right? Only one way to find out. Whoa, don't spray that stuff in here. I don't want it eating the finish off my products or anything. If this ends up being hazardous, I'm holding you personally accountable. I do feel cooler, but that doesn't necessarily mean I can just take a stroll in the middle of the day without a care. Well, you wouldn't die immediately even if you were in direct sunlight, right? You've got some wiggle room. Wow, what a terrible thing to say. Anyway, just take the spray as a gift from me. It's not like anyone would buy it even at a bargain basement price. Even at bargain basement prices. And as a little something extra, I'll throw in this super waterproof spray absolutely free. I've heard you vampires are none too fond of flowing water, so it may come in handy. Just spray that on and you'll be as water repellent as a duck. Just don't go diving into any rivers or anything. You're being awfully generous. What's the catch? No catch, really. I'm giving you these 2 sprays on the house. But I do sell some other things here you might find useful. Ah, I see where you're going. Hunting down monsters can be a troublesome task, so if you'd like those free sprays, surely it wouldn't hurt if you came. Fine, fine, I'll patronize your store. Many thanks. I'm not asking you to buy things you don't need, of course. Just stop by when you have a particular need. Ha! If that's the case, I might not. That's a double negative. I might not ever end up coming back here again. If that's truly the case, so be it. Oh, and tell your maid I said hello. She's one of my best customers, you know. I'll pass that along, but right now I intend to enjoy my first experience sunbathing. Enjoy the daylight all you want, but just keep in mind the spray's effects only last for 24 hours. Noted. In that case, I should be on my way to the waterfall of 9 heavens. Charming. So, off we go. It seems like that doggy spray is actually working. Color me surprised. If the Lower Falls office is closed, I need to pay a visit to the Upper Falls branch then, right? Waterfalls, midday strolls, this may be my least vampiric day ever. I never thought I'd see the day when I could walk triumph in broad daylight. A vampire who has overcome her weaknesses is fit to be called the ultimate life form, right? Okay, enough with the weird thoughts. Time to get going. So, so in regards to what he was saying about Kappas, Kappas in this world anyway, are essentially the engineers. They basically have the ability to completely, what is it, like, you know, essentially if they come across something, they can actually reverse engineer it. They're known for just basically finding all kinds of stuff, basically in this world and in the other world, and they basically just collect it all and place them in storage houses for later. They have all kinds of things, like sometimes they even come across like really modern devices like cell phones or TVs, iPods, and yeah, they just basically store them up and then try and make they either try to repurpose them or all around basically just make something new. They're essentially the overall tinkers of this world. Are you kidding me? I guess they're not. I guess due to the fact that I have the water repellent spray, they don't. They no more invisible walls. At least for this area, which I guess makes sense. It would just defeat the purpose of the whole platforming, but still, that was mean. Well. Yeah. That place looks entirely vacant though. Like there's not even a desk or anything. It's like like the building's just only there in practice only. Let's see. Instead of Demon's Cradle, I'm going to use I'm gonna go with the bombs. Those should be useful. Boop. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh man, and the aftershock is so nice. I do have to say though that basically this this zone is actually quite it's really nice. I like all the colors. I like the platform is actually seems fairly generous and really fun to boot. Of course, they have some rather inconvenient enemy placement, but I guess that's what that's to be expected. Oop. Oh, wait, what am I doing? There we go. Yeah, like I said, like basically it looks like the platforms here are quite generous in regards to their what do you call it? Their timing, essentially. He flew right into it. There we go. Yeah. Wow. Alright, let's see. Yeah, if I fall in that, I die. It's way too deep. Yeah, wasn't close enough. Close enough for that. Oh, seriously, it is very, it's satisfying being able to kill those things in one hit, essentially. Die! This is so awesome. What do you call it? But yeah, I will say though, the contraptions here, while convenient, they feel a little bit out of place. I would assume that probably maybe either the Kappas or... I would imagine it would have to be the Kappas, because I don't know if the Tengus are that good with their hands, so to speak. They're pretty... what's the word? They're kind of old school in how they do things. I mean, granted, of course, they have a printing press, given the fact that, you know, they print the newspaper. But, ow. So now they put invisible walls. Of course. Can't fall there. There we go. Nope, invisible wall. Yes. Darn it, I missed. Uh-oh. But, yeah. Yeah, I would assume that it would have to be, like, the Kappas who created these contraptions to allow people to come up here. To be honest, though, I mean, you would still need wings to basically use the contraptions to their fullest effect. You know, case in point, like Remy here. I mean, Remilia. Wow, why do I keep... Sorry. But yeah, just like Remilia here, where, you know, basically she uses her wings to basically give her enough of a hover to be able to, make the, you know, bridge the gap and all that stuff. I mean, a normal human would probably just go tumbling to their death. Granted, of course, a normal human has no business being up here. That's for damn sure. Unless you're, like, one of those adrenaline junkies, but still. Eerie. How dare you hit me with your tongue? Alright. Now we just wait for it to come back down. Whee! Whee! Boop. Boop. Oh no. Oh man. That could have gone horribly, horribly wrong. Oh. Good thing they didn't put invisible walls there. Oh boy. Gotta watch out for that. There we go. Man, I'm loving this. I was out of your reach. Ow. Schmuck. Oh, you! Ooh. I really don't like those guys. They blow. Away we go. Ooh, we're in an arena. Awesome. Die. Oh boy. I really need to learn to dodge better. Oh, she fell through the floor. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't really I mean, what do you call it? I'm not really gonna sugarcoat it. This game clearly has its issues, you know. But, you know, it's not... it's nothing that we've never seen before. At the very least, that's kind of like just the worst of it, to be honest. I mean, the really absolute worst is like... What is it? Like, how do I put this? Ooh, that looks cool. Was it here? No, wait, no, that was here. Yep, it's just straight better. Alright. But, yeah, like, the absolute worst would be, you know, if I had to, what do you call it? There we go. Like, basically, like, you know, if I was the one who basically ended up, like, falling through the world, because that would just be inexcusable right there. But if it's just an enemy here and there, and it's not even all that often either, it only happens, like, once or twice. But, man, if that happened to my character, ugh, that would be game-breaking, in the sense that, you know, I wouldn't play the game at that point, because it's like, there's, like, no point. Go, leveled up. Yeah. Fortunately, though, we don't have to worry about that. Because at the very least, you know, at least the character herself seems fine. Fun. Man, it uses up a fair amount of my energy, but my energy comes back fairly quick, so... Oh, you bloody... Yay, I can cheat across it. I don't have to go all the way around. So was there anything down here? Oh, it's just a pot. Ooh. Yeah, seriously, these contraptions, they just look... I don't know. It just feels like something you'd probably see, like, in a Mario or a, what do you call it? Or a, Sonic game. I mean, especially a Sonic game. That's definitely a contraption you would see in Sonic. Not so much I mean, like this franchise. I don't know. Again, it's just probably maybe Kappa technology. That those glyphs right there definitely must be are definitely like they would definitely be Tengu, because Tengu are quite magical in that regard. They do have their own form of magic and stuff. Like for example, Aya, this for all her in spite of everything I said about her, she is actually quite powerful individual. She's actually able to manipulate wind and travel incredibly fast. Hence why she proclaims herself as the quote-unquote fastest in Gensokyo. I mean, it's true. It's relatively true, but at the same time, just take it with a grain of salt, because she just... Oh my goodness, she just completely exaggerates everything. Now Momiji, on the other hand, basically her friend, now she, on the other hand, she basically has some real power. Not only is she an incredibly powerful swordsman, but she also has the power of clairvoyance. She basically, just by focusing in on, by basically clairvoyance in the sense that basically she doesn't really predict the future, as more as like she can just basically simultaneously, immediately just see everything that's going on against Sokyo at an exact moment and not be completely overwhelmed. Like her mental fortitude is phenomenal. Ta-da! Listen, I hate to shut you down when you're so obviously excited, but I've come seeking a Tengu, not an Onin. What? Oh, come on, don't be like that. Just play with me a little. Big-eyed pleading doesn't really suit an Onin, just so you know. You're here about the monster, right? And you didn't like that article about the red mist and want to protest the Tengu, right? Sorry. You're here about the monster, right? And you didn't like that article about the red mist and want to pester the Tengu, right? That's exactly why I'm here. But when you say it like that, it makes me sound petty and petulant. Sorry, Remilia, but that is you. Exactly as planned. Wait. You can make yourself larger and turn into mist. Wait. You can make yourself larger and turn into mist, can't you? Hold up. If you think I'm the Crimson Mist, you're wrong. But you're so blatantly suspicious. If it was you, that would explain everything. Oni never lie, I assure you. By the way, since we're both here and all, how about getting a little workout in? Why not? To be honest, I've been frustrated since yesterday, and I need to blow off some steam. Prepare yourself. Yeah, this is my jam! Bring it on! Oh boy. Sec. Where is it? Let's see. 1,000 needles isn't really gonna do me much good here. Alright, Demon Cradle. And I'll go with... Where is it? Vampire Spin, is that the one? No, it's not that one. There we go. Scarlet Axle, and I keep putting it in the wrong spot. Yeah, because basically since that's a pure dodge ability, I would instinctually go to Circle because Dark Souls controls. But yeah, this girl basically, again, she's just one of those characters that I don't really know that much about. But, basically, what she said about Onin is actually completely true. Onins do not lie. They're completely incapable of it. Alright. Eat Gundyr. shockwave affects even the air. That's a pretty potent power. But your time is up, little girl. Oh boy. But I do gotta watch out those chains. As you can see, she's using chains to batter me. And that's it. You're not half bad. Come on, you're not taking this seriously. You didn't even get bigger. If I turned giant size here, that journalist hiding out here would probably cry. But I can tell you this, you'd better get stronger if you're aiming to defeat that monster. So, you do know something about it? Maybe. But if you want me to spill the beans, you'll have to make me, and that'll take more strength than you've got now. Fine by me. Well, even if I can't get an answer out of you, I'll figure it out myself eventually. That's the spirit! I'm gonna enjoy watching how this pans out. Hang on, sorry. Sorry, is this Miss Sukiya still there? Is Miss Sukiya still there? Why are you hiding behind the door? She's something like an ex-boss of mine, so I get nervous when I see her. Oh, don't mind me none. You came here to have a chat with the Tengu in the first place, right? Is that so, Miss Ramilia? How can I help you today? I'd like to ask a few questions about the reporting of this publication. Ah, you're here because of that article, aren't you? Did you perchance have any misgivings about our reporting? Did you think you could print such libel? Libel? Oh, sorry. Did you think you could print such libel about me and... libel? Oh. Sorry. That word caught me off a little bit. Did you think you could print such libel about me and I wouldn't get offended? What are you trying to do? Pick a fight? Oh, I'm terribly sorry you feel that way. Well, how about this? I heard that your mansion was demolished by a monster. What if I run an article about that? If people see that you yourself are a victim, it would help dispel the fears about you. Ugh, no way! I'd die of embarrassment if people knew my house got destroyed. I'm afraid you're a little late. I heard some people in the village talking about it already. Ahem. Let's forget about that for now. Oh, and for the record, I wanted to set one thing straight about us Tengu. Sure, we're not as straightforward or honest as Oni. We've never denied that. But when it comes to our journalism, we print only the truth, and you can quote me on that. You lying? You're I mean, sure, sometimes we might write an article before doing proper research or vetting out sources, but nobody's perfect. Do you not see the problem with that? Info's gotta get out to the public while it's still hot and fresh, right? And right now, this monster's the talk of the town. Anyway, the point of all this jibber-jabber is that what you wrote in the paper is true, right? I swear it! That's good enough for me. So if I can find this red mist and check out the area, there's a good chance I'll run into the monster, right? Yeah, it seems that way. Is there any other pertinent information you can provide? Can I see the papers you have now? What you got here covers pretty much everything I know about the monsters. What puzzles me is that even though this has really started to blow up, the Hakuri Shrine Maiden hasn't stepped in yet. Remu, huh? I don't think she's involved this time. Still, it couldn't hurt to visit the shrine later, just in case. By the way, it's been bugging me all this time, but since when have vampires been able to walk around in broad daylight anyway? Trade secret, I'm afraid. Anyway, if you'll excuse me. Well now, looks like things are gonna get even more entertaining than I expected. Agreed. This could be a big scoop. But yeah, as you can see, that was Aya. She's everything I said she was. Anyway, yeah, the Forest of Magic, that is basically where Remu's friend Marie-san lives. As I've said before, Marie-san is a sorcerer. Technically, they're called magicians, but, you know, sorcerer, magician, wizard, witch, it's all synonymous. It just means magic user, plain and simple. But that's for the next episode. Right now, we're just gonna go and save and then call it a day. Oh, patchouli! I never heard of any monsters like that in the Forest of Magic, though. Would you like to record your adventure? Yes, please. There we go. Hunting the Monster 1. I think it means hunting the first monster or something, but yeah. Anyway, so, please, rate, comment, subscribe if you so desire, and tune in for the next episode where we go to the Forest of Magic, and we'll probably end up meeting Marie-san, since that's where she lives. But until that time, this is Mega Wizard 79, bidding you all adieu.